Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, the Doctor's in the house, and this week we got quite a bit of dropping everything, Jesus, on a crust of bread, dropping everything, craziness is going on everywhere around the block, and what's up, Coast to Box, and everybody out there watching out in TV land. Anyway, this week we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Legoland, we're going to talk about some Walt Disney World stuff, some Universal stuff, Six Flags New England stuff, Cedar Point, and whatever else is going on in the world. And hope everybody had a good week. And don't forget, for those that are watching, this weekend is basically the last weekend for haunts for the most part. Parks are going to start closing down for a little bit, some for the whole season, and some are going to start rocking out the Christmas stuff. So it should be interesting. So make sure if you're looking to get some quality park time in. Sunday looks like to be a washout right now. Tons and tons of rain. I was looking at the forecast for here in Rhode Island, and in the morning it says 1/4 inch of rain, and then at nighttime 1 to 2 inches of rain. So most likely, if you're going to go to any parks in New England or anywhere, well, in New England that I know of anyway, check the weather or kind of change your plans so you don't miss out, because, again, if it's going to rain that much, I'd be surprised if Six Flags opens or if they close early in most parks. And Cedar Point is, yep, there's other ones that are going to well, there's a lot that stay open. I know, like Terror Behind the Wall at Eastern States Penitentiary down in Pennsylvania. That's open another weekend. I believe Fairtown is open another weekend. A lot of the places. Oh, I got this at this shirt. I got that at Busch Gardens in Virginia. They were like on a clearance rack. It was only $5 like 2 years ago. So I got it. So I couldn't pass up. Plus, what do you call it? That when people look at the shirt, everywhere I go that I wear this, you can tell when people are looking at my shirt, because then their heads go like this. They're trying to look at what my shirt says. It's kind of funny. And I don't know if anybody's seen my Nutrition Coaster Facts shirt. Every park I go to, I get stopped, and people want to read my shirt. They love it. So I try to find stupid shirts like that, because it's just funny, because I like watching people's heads move around. Excuse me. It's good for a conversation piece sometimes. Actually, my shirts, I've met some cool people that I frequent parks at, and because of that, and you can start somewhat little friendships and so on and so forth. And on a last minute note, a good friend Luco won't be in the chat or on the show tonight. He's at Chicago Six Flags Great America right now, and I contacted the park, and they were really cool about it, and I hooked up Luco with the communications director at the park, and about an hour ago he did an interview with them. Yeah, about an hour ago, right? Yeah, roughly about an hour ago. He did an interview with the park communications director, and she's walking him through a haunt so he can film it. So they film the interview. He's filming the haunt, and while he's roaming around doing the haunts and stuff, he's just going to film stuff, and then we'll slap together a video, and then we'll have him talk about it, because he's the one that was there, not me. But it's cool. We got put on their media list and stuff too, so we'll get future stuff from them. So I love when a plan goes well, especially last second. I felt horrible going, hey, by the way, there's gonna be a guy there tomorrow. Can you go? Can he meet up with you? Talk about Fright Fest? And I hate doing that. So actually, he's not riding the rides today. He's in Chicago all week for work, and he wanted to check out Fright Fest. And then I said, hey, if you want, I can try and contact the park and see if it happens, and it did. Fairtown is fantastic. I love that haunt. It's really good, and I'll continue to go to it as long as it keeps being good, and it's definitely different. I mean, I kind of wish I was going to it for years, but it's kind of good. You may think it sucks. I actually like the park. I've only been there once. I went there 2 years ago. I actually enjoyed it. I mean, I like going on the Whizzer. There was a bunch of rides that I enjoyed. I love the carousel. I think that carousel's beautiful. And there's a few other things in the park that I really enjoyed. I like the park. Is it my favorite all-time park on the planet? No, but if I'm in the area, yeah, I would go. I mean, I'm glad that I went, and I enjoyed it when I went. So I mean, I've only been once. I didn't have any issues, and I do love the kiddie area. That's all Hanna-Barbera themed, which is cool. They got the Jensen's roller coaster. They got some Flintstones and Scooby-Doo theme rides. It's a great little. I mean, there's not a lot of rides in it, but it's a cool, neat little area. I mean, I grew up with that stuff. A lot of you youngins probably have no clue who the Jetsons and the Flintstones are, or don't really care. You know, with all this crazy, all these crazy cartoons and stuff that you guys watch. But back in my day, I loved Hanna-Barbera cartoons. So anyway, so let's get through some news, and we're going to talk about IAPPA a little bit and Rhode Island Comic Con, because I'm taking a poll about things that you guys want to see covered. I've been doing it on Twitter, and people have been responding pretty good to that, and even on Facebook. So we're just going to keep doing it. Right now, I'm going to go RMC right now over B&M and Inman. That's really kind of where I'm at right now. All right. They may take risks, Mr. Daniel, but sometimes their risks ain't that good. You can see with some of their rides that have failed in the past. I mean, it's good to take risks. If I owned a park, I wouldn't want to play it safe either. Just kind of going by the thing, But I would totally, if I owned a park, I would take some risks and try different things. And some rides worked for them, some rides don't. So, they had that, what was that flume ride there? That one was probably, the biggest risk, and it just didn't work out well. I mean, when it did work, it was cool. I rode it like twice, and it was cool. One time I rode it, it was good. The other time, we got stuck on it because the boat was sinking. Well, I think, to your question, Lindsay, it says, I wonder why Canada gets a lot of rides that are more common in Europe. Do ride instructions only come in French for those rides? I don't really know what the answer is to that, but in my speculation of that, it's just kind of weird. Like, when it comes to the United States, most parks in the United States stick to certain rides. Now, whether it's flat rides, coasters, whatever, I don't understand why, because there are some rides that you see in Europe parks that you don't ever see here. You don't see themes here, because I know Dave right now, he's on a UK trip with Coaster Crew. And he was at Drayton Manor in Chessington today. They're sleeping out. Within the next 4 or 5 hours or so, they'll wake up, and then they'll text me at like 2, 3 in the morning and go, good morning! And I'm usually up, and I go, hey, good morning, and then I fall asleep. But anyway, I've been seeing pictures coming, they've been sending pictures, and they've had, there was this clown ride that someone sent me in a message, and it looked pretty dirty. Luco is hitting the Batman ride as we speak. Cool. I have not got a response about the Terror Twist song. I did ask. I haven't got one yet. But I don't know, because there was a really dirty looking clown ride. I don't even want to say what it looked like on the show. It would look pretty dirty. But I don't know. There's just weird themes that are okay in Europe. It seems like United States is a little bit, behind the times, so to speak. United States may be free and this and that and the other, but it seems like Europe, Asia, other countries kind of have like these weird, like cool themes, and I'm like, why don't they have that here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they have like some crazy themes and rides? Because I don't know if it's a safety thing. Like maybe some of the safety standards are different all across the board, all over the world. Just depends on your country, or state, or whatever town. However they do it over there, how they portray how the rules are with the rides. It seems it's a little more lax, on the other side over there than over here. And it's particularly probably one reason. To sue a company or a person, like in Europe, isn't worth your time. It's so expensive. It has to like go before some kind of like committee before it ever touch a court, and 9 out of 10 times it never hits the court. So that's why things are a little bit different over there. Themes and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So my thinking is, I think it's because of they're being careful in this country, because of people are very sue happy. It could be, maybe it doesn't have the proper restraint. Because I know that I've seen like some crazy flat ride where people just sit. There's no safety, like seatbelts or nothing, and people are just bouncing around. That would never fly here, because people are going to get hurt, and stupid people, and So, me, I wish I had billions of dollars, because I would open a park. It would be the craziest, weirdest, coolest place. Well, that I would think anyway. I would have crazy themes to it, all my rides and stuff. It wouldn't be, I wouldn't be like a theme park, but I just, like, whatever ride I just want something crazy. I don't want the typical, just whatever. But that's just me. I like crazy, weird, and cool, obscure things. Do I see Canobie Lake getting a Christmas event in the next couple years? I honestly don't see that anytime soon. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. And the reason why I don't see it is Canobie's in a weird spot. We've been talking about this. It seems kind of like they're like, I don't know how to put it, like stuck on stupid or something. Only because they're not doing anything. They added ice jets, which is great, and I'm finally going to ride it Saturday. I'm going to go to the park Saturday. I'm going to Canobie Lake Saturday. That's why I want to talk about Canobie Lake. So we're going to cover that. I'll do Facebook Live and pictures and videos and stuff. And if there's anything that people want me to particularly look at while I'm there, let me know. Even during the day, just let me know. And but still, it's just weird. It's like, I like Canobie Lake. They need more rides that are can get the throughput. You know what I mean? It just seems like the lines are too long. I'm suspecting it's going to be really busy, because Sunday's going to be a washout. And yeah, Canobie's just stuck. I don't know what's going on with Canobie. I don't know if there's like some kind of crazy infight. I've been hearing rumors for years. There's a crazy infight between all the different owners, and there's some that are trying to buy out the others. The others don't want to sell. The ones that want to buy are trying to like do good things with the park, and the other people are like, I don't care, just want the money. And they're in a weird place. I don't know, but I think the people that don't give a crap should just sell to the people who do. Get out, let the people that want to really truly care about the park, let them do their thing. Because Canobie Lake has potential. I know they're like locked up in all these rules, like height and all this other stuff, because of the people around the town, which shouldn't have a right to speak because they moved next to it, my belief. But yeah, it's just weird. It's like, I really want to see Canobie succeed. Canobie has a lot of great rides, and I've said that before. The thing that I hate about Canobie is the lines. I'm so sick of the lines. And I know they're like stuck. They can only add rides and whatever. Yeah, and the townspeople suck because they just think they run the world. I don't know. I always said this, and I'll always say this. If that park has been there, especially as long as like a Lake Compounce, a Lakemont, a Canobie Lake, so on and so forth, Six Flags New England, any park that's been around way longer than any of these people have been alive, if you move next to a park, and if that house was built next to a park, I feel you lose all rights to complain about noise. You chose to move next to an amusement park. I know times have changed back when, but honestly, you know what? It's there. If you don't like it, get the hell out. Sell it. I'll buy a house in there next to an amusement park. Hell, I would love it. I'd sit out on my back porch and be like, woo! Or I'd be at the park. I'd be like, the sounds of the park. I love it. But that's just me. That's what I like. Now, good question, Lindsay. What about people who end up getting a park built in their town, like Legoland, New York? So now, well, that's part of the news. So let's get into that. We all know everything is approved. Legoland announced 2020 opening for the Legoland in New York, which is great. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they had anybody that lives next to the Legoland, they have the right because the park was built while they were living there. That's a different story. And some neighbors are trying to still fight it. They're trying to what do you call it? They're trying to sabotage some of the land. That's, I don't know how many acres, 12 acres, 30 acres, whatever it is. They're trying to get people that are tentatively selling the acreage to not sell it. They're trying to stop Legoland from being built. It's going to get built one way or another. They already have X amount of acres. They have well over 400 and something acres. So they would just have to kind of redo the whatever acres that would put them to the 500 mark. Between the 400 and something and 500. They're trying to get those people not to sell and try to take that. It's over. The best way to describe it, it's over by the Tappan Zee Bridge. The town begins with a G. I forgot what the weird name is, but it's over there. And technically, in lines of location of regions for American coaster enthusiasts, it technically fits inside the New York City region and not the New York region that does Albany and upstate Buffalo and all that. So technically, Legoland will become part of the New York City region of ACE, which is cool. Do I see Funtown Splashtown USA getting bankrupt? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, the last real dry park thing must have been the Drop Tower that I can believe. They've added something to the water park some years ago, and what do you call it? I mean, they're going to have to add something, but again, there's another infight in that family too. That's family owned, and according to powers that be, there's some that care, some that don't, and just want to collect the paycheck. So they need to get rid of the ones that just want to collect the paycheck, because there's some that are getting ready to want to do something. Excuse me. So I don't foresee anytime soon anyway. I mean, if it closes because they were just an infight and they just said the hell with it and they're closing it down or they're going to sell it or whatever, but there's no chatter of that yet. They seem to be doing very well for what they are and what they want to be. So for now, they're all right. But they're going to have to add to survive. I mean, like that movie, Field of Dreams, with Darth Vader and Kevin Costner. If you build it, they will come. You got to add some flavor to keep people coming back. I know the locals love going there. It's perfect price point for them at Funtown Splashtown. And, the people that are visiting, when they're there for a week, they want to hear something, You heard a rumor that Cedar Fair might take over. I don't see that happening. I don't think any major company like a Six Flags or a Cedar Fair would really get into buying the park just because of all the baloney with the neighbors. That would drive me nuts, and that's a known thing throughout the industry. That's not like a hidden secret. That's known that the neighbors are just causing hell. So nobody in their right mind would want to purchase Canobie. I mean, if it's somebody local, family, and they know what their market is, a place like Cedar Fair and a place like Six Flags and any entity like that, they want to build big rides. They want to build big things, and you're not. It all comes down, and on the business side, return of investment. If they cannot get their return on investment, it's not worth investing in. That's why Great Escape and Dorney Park and Lorand and some other parks end up getting the crap end of the stick because they can never make back their return on investment. That's why Dorney Park gets the leftovers of parks that they're gonna get. They want to get out and put a new awesome ride in some other park, and then you end up getting, Dorney gets the crap. Great Escape gets crap. So on, they all get crap. I don't know Cedar, and I'm not knocking Cedar Fair if they took it over. I'm just saying, in a business sense, return on investment is key. That's why they buy parks. That's why they put rides in. They want to make money. They're not here to just hand it out. It's not Halloween trick-or-treating and just giving out stuff. If they can't make money on it, they're not going to bother. I mean, they could try. Maybe they would be successful. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what Cedar Fair's thinking is on something like that. And who knows? Maybe they would. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would cost Cedar Fair a lot of money to get that park. So, I mean, if they wanted to, they would just have to know that nothing above 85 feet and certain XYZ has to be done. So, yeah, Lorand's small. From what I was told, it was an island just built. Like years ago, and they just when they want to make it bigger, they just dump more crap to make it bigger. They make the island bigger. It's not big. And, yeah, so Canada's Wonderland, yes, is way bigger. Canada's Wonderland, obviously, invest more in it, and in those areas, it's not huge amounts of people. I think the way attendance goes in the Six Flags change, the chain, it goes like the last two, like the last three parks, like in the chain, is Six Flags St. Louis, Lorand, and Great Escape. They do not at all get huge numbers of people in those parks. Maybe a couple 100,000 in like Great Escape, and Lorand does a little bit better than Escape, and then Six Flags St. Louis does a little better than those. But those are your three lowest attended parks in the chain. For that, I believe the lowest attended parks for Cedar Fair is like Dorney, Michigan's Adventure, and I want to say Worlds of Fun, but I could be wrong about that. But that's what I was told. I don't believe everything I hear, but I didn't have the Six Flags stuff. I actually had stuff given to me illegally, and I didn't have anything from Cedar Fair, so that's how I know that. Oh, there you go. The islands were built with dirt from Metro subway tunnels, so that's cool. Yeah, but the weird thing is, Lorand and Great Escape, for some odd reason, whatever the deal is, they can't use DC and they can't use Looney Tunes. I don't know what the deal is about that. I don't know. It's just weird. Because if you look at those parks, they have no DC characters and they have no Looney Tunes in their parks. I have no idea why, but that's just the deal. See, I don't go to Cedar Fair parks enough to say who does a better job and whatever, because there's no Cedar Fair parks close to me. I have to drive 4 hours plus just to get to the closest one. You know what I'm saying? Like Six Flags, I can go to New England, I can go to Great Escape, I could go to Great Adventure, all within 4 hours or less, where I can't even get to one park of Cedar Fair in one. You know, and on 4 hours or more it takes me. So that's why I stick with Six Flags for the most part. You know, and I go to Lake Compounds, Canobie Lake, so on and so forth. This is what I do. Unless I'm traveling out and going to go do some other park somewhere. But, all right, so we talked about Legoland. We talked about some Canobie Lake stuff. Where am I? I'm like lost. Six Flags New England we'll talk about. Holiday in the Park refillable mugs go on sale this weekend for $8.99, and if you buy them this weekend, the day that you buy them, it's free refills, and then after that, it's $1.99 for the refills after that. So that's that. Yeah, it's possible. Here's the thing. There are parks in both chains that get neglected big time. Look at Michigan's Adventure. Look at Dorney. Those two right there. I mean, Dorney gets busy. They get some good numbers. Six Flags. It's just like LaRonde and especially LaRonde and Great Escape. They're just like over there off. It's like they've been punished and put in a corner somewhere, which is a shame because, any park that's out there in the country, in the world, has the potential to be a good park. Any park does. It's all in how you invest your money into the park, what rides you put in, how big it is, so on and so, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So, I don't know what the thinking is. I mean, I would love to sit down with the board of directors or whoever's in charge of making sure which parks get approved, whatever rides they want. I would love to sit down with them. I would love it and just say, hey, what the hell are you doing? They talk about adding something every year, and Great Escape. I mean, I understand Great Escape's in a tough spot, especially where they are. I get it. It's a tourist town, and when tourist town goes away, and so there's nobody really there, during certain times for it to even mean anything. And I get that. LaRonde, it is what it is. But still, you still should be looking at your market, what you get, and try to make the bang for your buck for that time period you're open. That's what I would do. I mean, if you look at and look at Dorney, I don't even know what the deal is with Dorney. That place gets a lot of people in it. I mean, every time I've gone, it was packed. Every time I've ever gone there, it was packed. I mean, even if you look at Halloween nights, the place is packed. I know it's not a big park, and they don't have like a ton of great rides, but people go. All they have to do is add something awesome, and think about how many more people would go. I just don't understand. I don't know what's going on in their heads. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, forget Dorney, forget Michigan's Adventure, but I heard Michigan's Adventure is like not really near anything, so that hurts them there. Still, you gotta add stuff. Because eventually then nobody goes. You go, whoa, attendance dropped. Why? Because you didn't add nothing. Alright, so we talked about the holiday in the park thing. We talked about Legoland. Walt Disney World, everybody knows that down at Disney Springs or downtown Disney, whatever you like to... Yeah, now Lake George is a ghost town. It's a summer town. Everybody goes for the lake. I mean, they got an awesome... If anybody ever goes up there, let me tell you, on the way, like when you get off the highway and you're heading to Great Escape, there's this quirky little kids park called Magic Forest. It's on the right-hand side. I don't know if it's after. Like I think like when you get off the highway, Great Escape is to the right. I forgot. I haven't been there in a while. But anyway, there's this crazy little quirky, weird, odd, strange kiddie park, Magic Forest. I went there for an hour, and let me tell you, it was... I paid $20. Their gate price was $20, and we only had an hour. We just said screw it because we wanted the Coaster credit, and we went through the. It's got some crazy old, like stuff from World's Fair, like these 7 dwarf animatronic things. They got the horse pool thing. They got like all the kiddie rides the adults can ride because a whole bunch of us adults and the kids were riding. It was crazy, and. it was just a bunch of craziness. It's worth the $20. It's kind of crazy. It's weird. It's a neat little place. It's weird. I liked it, but it was weird. Next time I go to Great Escape, I'm definitely make sure I hit Magic Forest, because that place was weird. Yeah, Magic Forest is over by Great Escape. Weird little kiddie park. It's awesome. It's worth the $20. Even if you spend a couple hours there, it's worth $20. It's literally like in a forest. They just like cut a couple trees, put a ride. It's like, dirt, gravel, whatever. It's crazy, weird, unique, odd place that I highly recommend if you like weird little places that you can even ride the kiddie rides. I mean, there's no big rides whatsoever, so don't be going thinking it's like crazy halfway. It's just weird. Just if you're going to Great Escape, if you're up there for a weekend, check out. Even if you go for like 2 hours, trust me, it's worth the $20. It's weird. They got like a little kiddie coaster, nothing big. Like a typical, like a something at Quasi or like little, nothing bad, nothing big. It's just weird, crazy place. I fell in love with the place just because it was quirky and weird. I like it. Like I would go back again. I mean, I was excited. Like when I left, I was like, "Whoa, this place is cool." I spent $20 for an hour, rode everything. I mean, I got a bunch of kiddie rides, and I think I even have video somewhere. I gotta find it of us riding the kiddie rides, and I got pictures, and I probably didn't even post them, but I got them. Weird place. All right, so Disney Springs. They may have a hidden underground drop tower. It's a crazy place, dude. You gotta check it out. It is weird. It is stupid. It is crazy. It is... I can't even explain it. Just go spend $20 and just when you get out there, you'll be like, whoa, this place was so weird. It was cool. Maybe it just sucks, but it's cool because it's just weird. It's like a creepy kid park that's just need to be. You need to go. All right, so Disney Springs, downtown Disney, whatever you feel like calling it, because it's now Disney Springs. We all know Disney Quest, the arcade. They're tearing that bad boy apart. And obviously we all know it's going to open in 2019. It's the NBA experience. They showed a picture of what the front's going to look like. And let me ask you guys something. Does anybody even care about an NBA experience? I mean, it's going to be a restaurant, interactive gaming thing, a store, and whatever. But, I mean, do any of you guys care about the NBA experience? I mean, honestly. I mean, for me, I don't care about. I mean, I fell out of love with sports, and I can't stand them anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if anybody actually. I mean, who watches basketball? I don't know how many of you watch basketball. I mean, I can't watch sports on TV. It's too boring. I don't know. What do you guys think about, like, an NBA basketball experience place instead of what used to be kind of a cool, quirky arcade? An expensive one, but it was cool and it was worth the money. I don't know. You guys tell me. All right. Universal Orlando. There's been a little bit more leaks in the Fast and Furious. As I've said before, I'm really upset about Universal and their let me use screen thing, for an attraction because I don't want to spend a lot of money on something. So anyway, Fast and Furious is going to be very similar to the tunnel ride, when you do the tram tour, and it's going to be similar to Hollywood's. The only difference is they're going to have the same type of transportation, so to speak, as the King Kong ride, which I haven't ridden yet, but I will in a couple months. And, a little over a month. And, but instead of the, what do you call it? Instead of the, like the army truck look, it's going to be party buses. Supposedly there's going to be some explosions. Lots and lots of screens. Lots and lots of screens. Don't forget the screens. And also a car flying trick, whatever, at the bus. So I have no... See, I watched only Fast and Furious 1. So Beyond that, I have no idea what a flying... I mean, I know the car, but explosions and a party bus and lots of screens. So, let me ask you guys this. Is anybody even excited for a Fast and Furious ride that's similar to the one in Hollywood? I've seen the video, you know, somebody took at, you know, on ride of the Fast and Furious ride, and I was not impressed whatsoever. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's cool? Do you think it sucks? I don't know. I really don't know. See, I think more generic sports bar would work, except it only works Universal because they have the rights to broadcast the Olympics till 2032 or something. Well, it's because NBC owns them, so that would help, probably. I think in basketball, hanging your fingers on the rim should be a foul. I don't know. I know Disney's trying a lot of things, especially with their Disney Spring thing, and they got the Edison restaurant that's going to be open, and that looks cool. They have that Indiana Jones bar restaurant thing going on. That looks cool. You know, so I don't know. Personally, the NBA thing doesn't do anything for me. And I've seen a lot of the progress. When we were in Florida last year before the cruise, we stopped at downtown Disney. We were going to go get something to eat, but the place was so bogged down, we got back in the car and left. And it sucked in terms of, excuse me, how busy it was. So that's another problem they got. How busy that joint is. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things. I'm glad that they're, you know, I guess, how would you put it? You know, renovating, changing, because it's been the same forever, so I guess you got to change with the times. And they're adding cool stuff. It's just, I don't know how much of it I'm going to actually get to ever try, because it's always so busy. And you know me, I'm like a whiny little girl. I don't want to sit there and wait. Alright, so we talked about that. Walt Disney World Hollywood Studios, they just announced for Toy Story Land, Woody's Lunchbox. It's going to be constructed to look like the old school metal lunchbox. I don't know how many of you had when you were a kid like me. That was cool. And, you know, the thermos, so it's going to be constructed to look like that. It's going to have quick service meals, old school soda floats. I don't know if you youngins know what a soda float is, but they're awesome. There's no menu yet, and that's going to open with the park. I mean, Toy Story Land's looking great. Like I said, I'm like a 5-year-old, and I really highly enjoy, you know, Toy Story and what they're doing. So it'll be cool to see what happens once it's all done. Six Flags released their third quarter, you know, information, and looks like they had a really good year. And they were saying that they've never had a quarter that had, what was it, 4 hurricanes and 3 earthquakes in the same quarter, because it shut down some of their parks for a few days, and the earthquake in Mexico damaged the new water park, so that's closed probably, they said, to the end. They got to fix a bunch of stuff. So Six Flags quarter was good, I guess. The Cedar Point thing was that we were talking about it kind of earlier. Do you also feel like coming Rainbow Dash is here? What are you talking about? No idea what the hell that meant. Well, we heard that they're ripping down the what do you call it? The show. They're doing what do you call it? They're ripping things out. I heard they're going to expand some. I mean, there's so many things floating around. I heard there's going to be an expansion because what do you call it? That hotel's getting ripped down there, Breakers Express, if I believe. So I don't know what Cedar Point's doing over there. So obviously, yes, it's a show going down and a hotel going down. I hear they were expanding a hotel. And then, so they must have plans for these areas for something. Someone even said somewhere on Facebook or Twitter or something, what if it became like a, like a downtown Disney or a City Walk kind of thing? Which, I mean, would be cool for them. But I find things like that to be a waste. I mean, for Cedar Point, it might be okay. Just because of the fact that in that area there isn't a whole lot to do. And you would keep people in there. So I think that would be cool. I mean, that would be the only time I'd be for, like, like a City Walk kind of thing. Would be there at Cedar Point. Even though I wouldn't partake in it and wouldn't really care. When I go ride and then I leave. Whether I'm there for a day, 2 days, whatever, many days. Sandcastle's biting the dust. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, there you go. You rip down one, get a good one. I mean, the whole thing is Cedar Fair's landlocked too. They only have so much land, and they can only do so much. So things got to come and go. So I'm hoping over time, the rides that I complain about that I think are not quality coasters or quality rides, I hope those get ripped out and they put in quality. Imagine if Cedar Point had, like, front to back, not a complaint, awesome, what do you call it? Rides, top to bottom. But you couldn't complain about it. I can't, I'm not there yet. They got a ways to go. But I think maybe what they're doing could be good. What about California, Great America? They have plans for one. That would probably work out for them because people... I'll give you an example. The people in New England know this. Where the New England Patriots have their stadium, they have a whole shopping center. Robert Kraft built this shopping center and this whole, Patriots place. That's kind of the same thing, and plus you got the, the 49ers right next door. You know what I'm saying? So, I think if California Great America's doing that, you got the football stadium there, so the people, the wives don't want, some of the wives don't want to go to the game, but now they can go with the husbands because they're shopping. So while the husband the husbands get, and the sons or whoever, maybe some of the daughters want to go watch the 49ers play, and then whoever else wants to go shopping. Or they can go to the amusement park. It's, well, I'm talking about the Express, not Break is the historic one. I'm talking about Express. So if with California Great America doing that, okay, that's kind of like a no-brainer because you draw more people in. So you have the shopping, you have the amusement park, and then you got the stadium. So all around that area, it gets busier and busier. I mean, I don't know what attendance-wise is over there, but I know they got the agreement. They're going to keep building, expanding, blah, 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 blah. So maybe Cedar Point can have something similar like that, and then make out with that. Well, yeah, NFL's there 10 days a year, but still, it helps, especially on those 10 days. I mean, I know the amusement park needs more than 10 days, but I'm sure it'll help attract more people in there. Plus, what about the what do you call it? The players, the kids and their wife, they're practicing, they got training and, hey kids, let's go, hey wifey, go shopping and take the kids to the amusement park while I'm training. That works too. Alright, so we talked about that. Disneyland's also ripping apart their downtown Disney. You're losing Rainforest Cafe, Earl of Sandwich, some other stuff, and they're building a new hotel over there. So that's getting ripped up. Who's going to be at Scream Fest this weekend or Fright Fest? I we'll be at Screamfest at Canobie Lake this weekend. Hope it doesn't stink. That's what I'm hoping. And I hope it's not that busy. But it's going to be, because it's going to be the best day of the weekend. It's the last Halloween weekend to enjoy haunts. So I'm suspecting it's going to be packed. Well, it's the old Apex building that is in Pawtucket. And then it became the registry for a while. And supposedly it's going there, but the state, the last I read, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, that whoever is in charge of something, the money, commission of it, is saying, this ain't a good deal. So I don't know for sure if Raimundi's going to use her little government tactics and get it pushed through anyway. It's supposed to rain up here on Sunday. It's supposed to rain up on Six Flags, Canobie Lake. It's just going to be a wash in Rhode Island. It's going to be a washout Sunday. It's been raining for 3 days straight already, like pouring out. I was driving through flooded streets today. I feel like I just need a little paddle boat just to get around. Is there a rainforest cafe near Lowell? I've heard about a rainforest cafe in Massachusetts. I've never been to it. Actually, I've never been inside a rainforest cafe. So, I did do the T-Rex restaurant at downtown Disney in Florida. And that was kind of neat. I mean, the food's there, but it's cool. Oh, Canobie Lake has a Scream Fest Fast Pass. I may have to do that because I don't want to wait in the lines. I really don't. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. All right, so I did that. All right, so here comes. Well, too bad, Doc, because Burlington, Mass no longer has theirs. Yeah, I don't know what Halloween looks like around here. I haven't looked. I mean, I'm just going to the girlfriend's house and just hanging out. My kids are going out with their mother and their little half-brother, and they're going to go trick-or-treat. And I'm just going to sit on the couch and eat the... Well, actually, no, I'm going to be a good boy, and I'm not going to eat the Halloween candy because I keep losing weight, so I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to be a good boy. Canobie has been very busy lately. What's up with that? I never saw Canobie so busy around this time. Canobie has been busy every time I go. That's why I just go, I throw my hands in the air and just ride whatever I can ride. I know the first thing I'm doing is walking over to Lost Mine and get that out of the way first. Because I know a full queue on the, what do you call it, the Wood Coaster there is like 20 minutes. It was like a 20-minute wait. So I don't care about that. And then usually... Untamed ain't nothing. The other ride you gotta really wait for is the Indoor Scrambler. That one you gotta kinda, you know. And then everything else is just like whatever, you know. Yeah. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I got my paper here and I'm gonna keep this paper with the notes. Because I'm just gonna go through a couple, you know, like a few topic ideas about Rhode Island Comic Con. And then we're going to talk about IAPPA as well, because I'm going into these places blind. Never been to either one. I mean, I've been to, you know, like horror conventions, so I know how they work. The Lost Mine won't be open. Why won't the Lost Mine be open? Is there a haunt there or something? I want to ride the Lost Mine! I want to ride it! So, I'm gonna run down a few things, and you guys tell me what coverage you want to see. And that's what I'm going to do. So you tell me, and then that's what we're going to do. So, they have... I'm going to run down the guest list real quick. They got a ton. And they got some, like, really awesome guests. It's not even like a joke. There's, like, some... Alright. I mean, I looked at the Boston Comic Con and even the New York Comic Con, and the guest list wasn't really that great, which was cool. So we got Norman Reedus, which is Daryl in The Walking Dead. You got Andy Serkins, which is in Lord of the Rings. He plays the main ape there in Planet of the Apes. He's in Star Wars. Plays something in Star Wars. You got Mark Ruffalo, which is now the new Incredible Hulk. Sebastian Stan, which is Bucky and Captain America. You got Paul Bettany, which is from the Avengers. You know, the voice for Iron Man. That was the computer. You're going to have William Shatner, Christopher Lloyd, and McDermott, which is the Emperor from Star Wars. Pee Wee Herman's going to be there. Elijah Wood, Barbara Hershey, David Bautista, Richard Dreyfuss, John Berthenol, Michael Coulter, Gene Simmons, Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones, Paul Wesley from Vampire Diaries, Dolph Lundgren, Carl Weathers, which was Apollo and Rocky, Val Kilmer, John Cusack, Jason Isaacs from Harry Potter, Freddie Prinze Jr., Billy Piper, no idea, but if you watch Doctor Who or Penny Dreadful, you'll know who. Robert Englund, Weird Al Yankovic, Justin Royal Land, whatever, Rick and Morty. There's that chick from that lived next door to Al Bundy there. I forgot what the hell her name. They call it Chicken Legs. Amy Dumas, some wrestler. There's a bunch of Revenge of the Nerds, so the nerdy little kid with the big glasses, Andrew, whatever. If you watched National Lampoon's Vacation and saw him go to Magic Mountain, Anthony Michael Hall, some puppet guy, Bill Diamond, Brent Spinner, which was in Star Trek Next Generation. Then you got Bret Hart, Brian O'Halloran, the Asian guy from Revenge of the Nerds, Brian Tucci, the amazing and beautiful Brittany Daniel from Joe Dirt. Ooh la la. Brooke Adams, some Sesame Street guy, Carol Spinney, Carl Hughes, some pink chick Power Ranger, CCH Pounder from NCIS New Orleans, Chris Sarandon, and the Christian wrestler, Chuckles the Clown, Curtis Armstrong from Revenge of the Nerds, better known as Booger, National Lampoon Vacation, the sister, Dana Barron, and then from Boondock Saints, you got David Bellarocco, the husband of the Chicken Legs from the Bundys, the governor from The Walking Dead, the other guy, Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, a couple guys from Super Troopers, the list goes on and on. That guy, George Wendt from Cheers, the guys from The Ghost Hunters, Joey Fatone, the new guy who plays Chewbacca, Judge Reinhold, trying to the guy who plays Morgan in Walking Dead, the black guy from Revenge of the Nerds, King Ezekiel from The Walking Dead, the Asian guy from The Goonies and Indiana Jones, Lou Ferrigno. I mean, there's a lot of guests. Matthew Willard, who played Scooby-Doo when he was in Scream, Abraham from The Walking Dead. Jeez, the main Revenge of the Nerd guy, Robert Hayes from the movie Airplane, Walking Dead people, the Flash guy, people from Boondock Saints, wrestlers, Revenge of the Nerds, Star Wars. Oh, they got the other dude, Biff from Back to the Future. So you get the idea. I keep rambling on and on and on and on about all these guests. Hello, Theme Park Studios. I thought Carol Spinner died too. I'm not totally sure, but he's still on the guest list. They haven't removed him. This show is at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. It has, evidently, everybody that's been to New York Comic Con this year and Boston Comic Con said this one that I'm going to is way better, way bigger, and probably the best one out of the three this year, based off of the guests. Now, I don't know, because this year I went on a thing. I said I'm going to get press passes. I want to try, and I was just hitting up events. So the first one I tried was IAPPA, bingo, got it, and then I tried Rhode Island Comic Con. But the weird thing about Rhode Island Comic Con was a few weeks ago they wrote back, sorry, there was so many things, we can't have it. A week later, they emailed me back and go, hey, we're going to give you 2 press passes. I was like, thank you. And that's why I try to do different things with this show and, SFNE Online. I try different things. Oh, Krispy Kreme is so disgusting. C notes. All right. For you. So yeah, that's what I did, you know. You know, so like I said, it's so that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm coming to you guys. I want to make sure I cover it good for the show. You know, that for Rhode Island Comic Con, so I can go back again. You know what I'm saying? That they allow me to come back. But for you guys to be entertained and actually give a crap, you know, is there a guest that I rambled off? I mean, you can even SFNE Online's the bomb. You're just a troll. Hey, I'm bringing it back to life, yo. That's awesome. Krispy Kreme sucks. Every time I eat a donut, I feel like I can feel the sugar eating everything. My insides, my teeth, my blood. I feel it just eating me alive. They're so sugary. They're disgusting. I remember when they had Krispy Kremes in Cranston, Rhode Island. And matter of fact, here's a little useless information for you. The day that they opened, they had, the troll's Daniel Campbell. That's the troll. That's the troll. All he does is talk trash. Every show, he talks trash. But, no, they had Weird Al Yankovic come in on, I was there. The day it opened, I wasn't that far much behind Weird Al. Didn't even realize it was him. He had a hoodie on, and then, the hood up. And then all of a sudden, after he got his donuts, turned around, took the hood off, and just was like, hey! You know, it was kind of cool. So, yeah, that was cool then. So, yeah, like I said, and then they have, besides, they have more coming. They're doing, what they're doing is they're doing, like, group things, too, for photo ops. You know, they're doing Star Wars. They're doing Star Trek. They're doing Princess Bride, Luke Cage. Don't know what that is. The Incredible Hulk 30th anniversary. They're doing Power Rangers. They're doing Back to the Future. Wrestling Super. You know, they're doing all these things. And, Beverly D'Angelo's going to be there. Oh, no, she canceled. Okay, so there is no Beverly D'Angelo. That kind of sucks. Wow, they had a bunch cancel. Oh, RoboCop guy canceled. Peter Weller, the guy who played RoboCop. I didn't even look at that list. I can't believe it. I mean, the prices are kind of ridiculous. Weird Al Yankovic is cheap compared to everybody else. His is like pocket change compared to, like, Norman Reedus is $120 for a photo with him. It's kind of, like, ridiculous. Oh, you are not you know who. I think you're becoming, maybe you are him. Maybe you are you know who. And you're disguising yourself. But anyway, so we got the celebrity guests. They have, they got events. They got panels. They got parties. They got Kids Con. They got gaming. They got tattoo comics. They got cosplay. They got stores. They got photo ops. Artists. Let's see who the guest artists are. Maybe I've heard of some. So you guys need to, let me know what you'd like to see. Because I want to make sure, like I said, that they're happy that what I covered, and then you guys are happy that, like, hey, you know what? This wasn't cool. Maybe I should have went, or I'll go next year. That kind of thing. Yeah, I don't recognize any of these artists. I mean, there's people that do the comics like Walking Dead and Star Wars and He-Man and cartoons and stuff. But I don't know who these people are, and it's a shame, and I should know, just because if I enjoy that art, I should know who they are. Plain and simple. But I don't. So there's artists, writers, creators. There's all kinds of weird stuff. Why is Friendlies not brought to you by... Well, the problem is... Oh, wow, it's 10. I just got a little quick thing to go over and then we're out of here. But the reason why they're not is it was just for so long to do a sponsorship. Basically, Friendly's paid Six Flags to put Friendly's on the ride. That's what they did. The contract ran out. They didn't renew. And they move on. So last thing, IAPPA. Now, like I said, we're not going to be able to get to every booth. It's just not going to happen. Plus, some companies are not going to talk to us. I've been talked to by a bunch of people that said, don't be offended, especially because they don't know you. You got to build a relationship up with these people. And it's going to take a few years for some of these companies to finally open up to you. So, but there was a New England tourist thing that said, hey, stop on by. Skyline Attractions said, hey, stop on by. I was told some cool companies that will talk to you. I was told certain days to make sure to go check them out. If you want to talk to them, I was told to set up something at a different time. You know, because you don't want to bother these people that are trying to make money. You know, it's not a museum just to look at stuff. They're there to sell rides or coin ops or haunted house stuff or food. You know, you don't want to sit there and bother them when I'm trying to talk to them. Hey, I want to get information and put it on my show. And then people want to, you know, people trying to buy stuff. And you don't want them to lose their bread and butter because then they're going to get mad and then they're never going to talk to you. So, I can tell you that we're definitely going to cover Skyline, the New England thing. We're going to talk to the companies that, I'm getting a list from one of my friends that's going to say, these are the cool companies that'll be all right. They're like, you know, go talk, try to start a friendly kind of conversation, see what's what, and go do whatever. But I'm going to be checking out the haunted house stuff. I'm going to be checking out the coin operated stuff. I'm going to be checking out whatever any booth is. But if there's stuff in particular that you want to see, just go to IAPPA.org, check on the Amusement Expo that's down in Florida. And if you see something on there, message me. If you see a post on Facebook about it, because as we get closer and closer, because IAPPA is not that far away. You know, we're talking like 3 weeks or so away, and I'm going to be posting up, letting people know, hey, we're covering it. So if you want to see something in particular you want me to try to see, don't hesitate to tell me. You know, because I have it because I'm only taking my cell phone, this, in to record and take pictures because it takes awesome video and it takes awesome pictures. So, and plus it keeps me from having to have to walk around for only 90 minutes recording stuff with a security staff. I have it set up that because it's only a cell phone and I'm not really going to be causing any trouble, that I can do it whenever. But obviously I have to be respectful. I have to ask, and you know, there's a lot of stuff with Chinese knockoff companies, evidently, that are stealing ideas, stuff, rides, whatever, ideas, and making knockoff rides, and it's a problem. They've arrested people on the floor, kicked them out. So I don't want to be put into a category where they think I'm trying to do something illegal, because I'm not. So if there's stuff you want to see, I'm going to try my best. I cannot guarantee anything at IAPPA. I'll probably have better luck at RI Comic-Con if there's things in particular you want to see. But, yeah, IAPPA's before Thanksgiving. IAPPA takes place November 14th through the 17th. I'm going to get there on the 13th because Rhode Island Comic-Con ends on the 12th. I'm flying out on the 13th. And then we're also going to be covering Mickey's Christmas party. Twitter seems to want me to show them the shows. So, I mean, I'm going to do the parades, the shows, you know, whatever there is. The fireworks, all that stuff. If I can fit in a character or something, I'm going to videotape around the park while I'm walking. And I'm going to do, like, you know, like the last couple of vlog ideas I did. I seem to like the format of what I've been doing. And we're going to just check things out, try new things, edit it together. And we're going to take a bunch of pictures. You'll see it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, your Christmas tree, wherever. So it's going to be a busy couple weeks coming up. And then it goes dead silent. I'm going to fit Edaville in there for Christmas time because I love Edaville at Christmas. Obviously, Holiday in the Park. We're going to check that out. And then, you know, it gets quiet. And then I'm off for Universal and a cruise. And we're going to be covering that. So if there's anything at Universal you guys want me to cover that I'm not, because they're going to be doing all kinds of Christmas crap. So we'll make sure we cover all the good stuff for everybody that people want to see. So like I said, you can comment after. Which park? Which park? I know I've been rambling off, but you said which park BSM, and let me know which park, and I will let you know. If you're talking about Mickey's Christmas Party, that's Magic Kingdom. I will be at Canobie Lake this Saturday covering Screamfest. Are you working, Daniel Campbell, on your little Turkish twist ride? Yeah, Universal is December. So if there's I'm going to both parks, and I'm going to walk around City Walk too. And so if there's something you want to see covered, that you just want me to, I don't know what it is. So you just tell me, and then I'll do it. Oh, November I'm doing what do you call it? November I'm doing Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Christmas Party. We might hit up like Fun Spot in Orlando or something. I don't know. I always go to Lake Compounce for Christmas, so I cover that. So I'll be doing Lake Compounce, Six Flags New England, Edaville Railroad. So we're gonna cover that. Plus IAPPA. It's busy. I'm putting a lot of stuff to do, and then it just whoosh. And then once I come back from the cruise, I ain't doing a damn thing. That's a lie. I'm still gonna be making like stupid videos and whatever. I'm still gonna be doing stuff. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna find some place to go and go do something. Because February is my birthday, so I gotta go do something fun. Because I'll be turning 40. So you only turn 40 once, so I want to at least make my 40th count for something. So I want it to be good. I want to go somewhere fun with my crew. Know what I'm saying, y'all? But is that you, Sean? Tons of Fun Roller Coaster Adventure? I don't know if it said it was Sean, but I think that Tons of Fun Roller Coaster Adventures is Sean. Is that you, Sean? And if that is you, Sean, are you going to go to Canobie Lake Saturday? Or are you just chilling at home? So, but yeah. Anyway, so we're going to get going. If anybody happens to see me at Canobie Lake, swing by, say hello to moi. We'll hang out, kick it, ride something together. I'll just say hi, or whatever. Lake Compounce, I think, started somewhere between 13 and 15 is when it started. It's been going for a few years. I forgot when. Could be 15, 14. I don't know, but it's been that long. But anyway, so if you catch me at Canobie Lake, say hello. If you want to come hang out, and we'll just kick it. I don't bite. I know people be like, I saw you at the park, and then they didn't say hi. Hi, Sean. Well, maybe or maybe not is Sean. Are you going to go to Canobie Lake Saturday? Maybe or maybe not is Sean. But still, any case. So if you see me, it's the black version of you know who. But in any case, yeah, if you see me, say hi. I don't bite. I mean, maybe I smell and you don't want to hang out with me. That's cool, too. But if you see me, come say hello. We'll be back next Thursday. So next Thursday, we're going to be talking about... I wanted to talk about it today, but I just kind of got whatever. But we're going to talk about New England haunt. Well, all the haunts. Actually, I only did New England haunts this year. So we're going to talk about the haunts. I'll review them quickly. We're going to post a thing on SFNE Online in more detail about it. We're also going to talk about Six Flags Great America's Fright Fest. We are going to talk about Canobie Lake Screamfest. I want to take a ton of pictures and videos so we can put something good together. I'll review it and what I think. I may bite. It depends on my mood. And especially if I'm hungry, you better watch out. I may bite. I may think your arm's like a turkey leg. And it's nah. I used to love turkey legs. I hate them now. I don't know why. Remember when I used to go to Disney and eat this giant turkey leg? And it used to be so good. And now I just don't like turkey legs anywhere. From any park. I think they're just disgusting. I don't know why. Anyway, so we'll be back. We're going to talk about all that stuff I just said. Leave a comment below if there's something you want me to see about RI Comic Con. IAPPA, if there's something that's really... I am not doing Hershey for Christmas. I just don't have the time. Imagine that. I can say I don't have the time. I really want to do Hershey for Christmas. I really do. But this year I don't. I am going to try to make it a point next year because I'm not booking a cruise for next December. But then there's a possibility of doing Disney next December. So I don't know. But I definitely want to make it... barbecue Josh. I like that. I'd be like, So we're going to cover Fright Fest, Scream Fest, Everything Fest, Haunts. I'm going to tell you what I thought was good ones. I'm going to tell you which ones I thought sucked, because there are some that really sucked, and there was some that were really awesome, and we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to just keep hyping up the Rhode Island Comic Con train, the IAPPA train, because I really want to get you guys engaged, because, like I said, I do all this stuff not only because it's fun and I like to do it, but I want you guys to enjoy what I do. If there's something, honestly, that I'm putting out that sucks, say it, and I'll stop putting it out. If I get, a bunch of people that go, you know what, these kind of videos suck, I don't want to look at them. Or these articles suck, stop writing them. You tell me, I stop writing them, I stop making them. Yeah, Everything Fest. You got Fright Fest, you got Scream Fest, you got your mama bit off a chimney fest. There's Everything kind of fest. It's crazy. But anyway, so yeah, we'll be back. We'll talk. And like I said, just let me know what you want to see about Rhode Island Comic Con. Is there guests that you want me to interact with? Same thing with IAPPA. Is there a certain booth you want me to try to photograph, film? And, you know what I'm saying? You guys let me know. You let me know, and I will do it. So, yeah, we're going to call it Stinky Fest from after everybody having barbecue, and we all fought, and there's going to be Scream Fest, Fright Fest, Stinky Fest, Your Mama Ate the Chimney Fest, Dorney Fest, Halloween Fest, Feast Fest, Festober. Exactly, we're getting it going. It's crazy. If only people that were watching this after can see the crazy comments. That's kind of funny. But anyway, let's get the hell out of here. Little kids got to go to school. Old adults like me got to go to bed and go to work in the morning. And, my schedule's full. And it's cool, but it sucks. Something happened to his computer. He's having a rough spot in life right now. And, I talk to Costa Kev every once in a while. He's still alive. He's rocking. So, he'll be back. Costa Kev will always be back. So until next time, my party people, my Costa friends, let me know again about those IAPPA, Rhode Island Comic Con things. What do you want to see? What you want to know? You let me know. I make it happen. So, I'll see you guys next week. If anybody sees me at Canobie Lake, say what up. And until next week, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace out. Oh.